Hi, so today we're going to cover product release planning. So far, we have been talking about how to build products, but one of the most important areas where a lot of product managers stumble or don't perform really well is product release planning. How to make sure that all the hard work that has been put in to build the perfect product results into perfect launch of the product also. It's very important to make sure that your final customers, your final users get a very good onboarding and installation experience and make the entire journey from the deployment to final first consumption of your product super smooth. So let's understand, what do I mean by product release and what does it take to release the product that you have worked upon. So product release is a process of launching a product that has been developed into a particular market or consumer base or both. Now, what is product release planning? Effectively planning the entire process, deciding the features, doing a feature lock, that we are not going to update anything in these certain features because they have been decided for the market. Um, for example, when it comes to Android, the feature lock is at least an year to 18 months back. That is what you're consuming right now was feature locked about 18 months back. And then everything was improved and worked upon for the next 18 months till it was announced to the market. Why do we do so? Because in agile environments, it's very easy to lose track and keep on building upon things or keep on building the feature again and again, which can lead to last minute changes or last minute bugs. And to avoid that, plus to also give the sales and marketing team ample amount of time to prepare the collaterals and to prepare the marketing push and the market penetration strategies, it's important to lock down the features that we are going to release at any point of time. Now, in larger companies or in larger products, this kind of locking can happen like anywhere between 3 months to couple of years. In smaller startups or in really agile startups, this kind of locking may happen for a week, may happen for a day, may happen for 3 days, may happen for a few months. That depends entirely on the context, on the scenario, or the importance of the product that is being released. But typically, in the world of CI and CD, that is continuous deployment and continuous integration, a lot of emphasis has been put on immediate release and immediate deployment, which may or may not be useful or relevant all the time. So do not try to optimize for uh, all the time for continuous integration, continuous deployment. That if it's ready, then let's just deploy it. Because at times you would want to wait for your marketing team, wait for your sales team to deploy, to prepare enough assets and to prepare for the right launch and the release of the product. So I have created a checklist of all the items that you should start looking into before you are releasing a product. At content level, let's look at typography, let's look at layout of content, look at the spelling, the grammar, the messaging, legal disclaimers, any kind of privacy, security concerns, proofread. Similarly, in web-based products, look at spelling, typography, context is relevant to your product and target audience. Make sure that any kind of dummy content is not there. Make sure that any kind of uh, make sure that if you have forms on your website, make sure that if you have forms on your website, then they are properly validated and the flow is seamless, the instructions are clear. Post submission and pre submission, all the messages, all the notifications are absolutely clear. Post submission, there is a notification that goes as required, as may be required, uh, to the right emails. Make sure that legal disclaimers are in place. You know, Similarly, when it comes to design, make sure that your mobile app has a responsive design. It works properly on different resolutions. The images are high resolution. You have removed all kind of dummy images. Ensure that the latest guidelines from Android and iOS are applied, because at times it happens that new guidelines come up while you are designing. So make sure that the latest are applied, because it has a significant impact on how users perceive your product. Make sure that deep linking has been enabled on your product. Right. This, by no means this is a comprehensive list, but this should give you an idea of what extent you need to go to. Similarly, in a web-based product, make sure that all the defensive pages like 404, 500, etc. are designed, and they point to the users to the correct page. High resolution images are used. All the connections, all the links are in place. The SEO, um, SEO keywords and SEO pages are in place. Similarly, when you're testing, make sure that you have done an extensive usability testing. Now, this can happen via simple trial and error, or you can also use something like a Cucumber or Gherkin um, toolkit to test out the entire usability. Or sorry, I should say the behavior testing can be done. Usability testing should be done across your team, across, if possible, across your user base. Performance testing should be done of the web-based and the mobile-based products. Make sure that the scrolling experience is good. Make sure the click experience is good. Make sure that the app is not draining a lot of battery or memory. Both of this can lead to really severe penalties, in terms of users will not like it, and sometimes it can piss off the users to that extent that they will take extra pain in giving you 1-star rating on app stores. Same applies for web-based products. Ensure that you have carried out extensive usability testing, performance testing. Make sure that elements are responsive. Nowadays, a lot of people almost everybody uses mobile sites. So it's important that mobile sites are nicely well designed. Cross browser testing, 404 pages. Make sure all of these things are perfectly working. And lastly, App Store optimization. Now, App Store optimization, it by itself is a very, very large topic. But essentially, you have to make sure that app name is unique. It is relatively simple. You have looked at all the keywords that people are using to search for your kind of products. You have set up at least 100 keywords for your mobile app. This will this because this is going to help you in generating meaningful traffic. Make sure that you have a clean and distinctive eye-catching app icon. That also helps, because in the mess and chaotic world of app stores, it's very easy to lose track. Maybe whichever platform provides or allows you, then upload, instead of a static app icon, you can use a dynamic app icon, that is a GIF or a moving app icon essentially. Make sure that you have good app screenshots taken, um, because that is very, very instrumental in the early days, right? They will help you in make they will help you in downloading the app, in the download increasing downloads of the app significantly. So to conclude, uh, product release, I've seen so many times that great products have really, really poor release cycles or release planned. The app icons, the messaging, the tone, the communication, etc., are so poorly thought of that despite a very, very good product, the release falls flat. Nobody bothers to know about the product, and that is why it's 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 my severe and that is why it is my strong recommendation to start thinking of a product release at least 2-3 weeks prior to your actual release, not in the last day, because you will end up missing out on so many important aspects of the release. For example, the market planning, the consumer planning, the messaging. You might need to work with the content team, with the legal team, with the sales team, with the marketing team. And if you do it at the last minute, there's a good chance that they will not be available, and that can delay your entire release. Right? So start planning the release much, much earlier than the actual release, so that you can do all of this a good justice. Thank you for now. Take care.